Have you ever met someone whose daily life would literally kill most of us in like 48 hours? Because that's Mongolia. Today we're going to the last frontier of real-life warriors on Earth. Not movie warriors, not cosplay. Actual people who sleep in portable homes, race semi-wild horses, wrestle in the dirt, and think minus 30 degrees is fresh air. And no, they're not stuck in the past. They're living right now, scrolling TikTok, inside a tent, powered by solar panels, while a snowstorm screams outside. This is the mind-blowing life of Mongolia's last nomadic warriors of the steppe. So, you wake up. It's winter. It's minus 40. That's not a joke. That's a temperature where your eyelashes can literally freeze. In a city, you'd call in sick. In Mongolian steppe life, you roll out of bed, fire up the stove, and go check your animals. Because here, your animals are your bank account, your supermarket, your transport, and your retirement plan. Lose them, and you lose everything. Nomads in Mongolia move with herds of horses, sheep, goats, yaks, camels, cattle. Sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands of animals. They migrate several times a year, chasing grass and water over a land that looks endless. No fences, no neat little farms, just raw, open steppe. And the house? It's called a gyr, or yurt, a round, white tent that's been used for centuries. And it's absolutely insane how practical it is. Forget your 30-page IKEA manual. A Mongolian family can take down their entire home, pack it on a truck, or traditionally on camels and ox carts, move dozens of kilometers, and rebuild it in just a few hours. Walls, roof, furniture, stove, altar, beds, everything. But this isn't just a camping tent. The gyr has rules, serious rules. Rule number 1, never step on the threshold when you enter. That little wooden bar at the bottom of the door, don't you dare. It's considered really bad luck. You step over it, not on it. And when you go inside, you always move to the left if you're a guest. The right side is traditionally considered the man's side, saddles, tools, weapons. The left is the woman's side, kitchen, food, and household stuff. The back, opposite the door, is the most honored place. Elderly, special guests, or the family altar go there. Also, don't lean on the central pillars. Those two poles literally hold up the universe of that family. Leaning on them is like leaning on someone's grandma. Seriously, don't. You can't just randomly point your feet anywhere either. The hearth in the center is sacred. The flame is life. It melts your water, cooks your food, keeps everybody alive. Kicking the stove or putting trash into the fire? Huge insult. You don't mess with the fire. And yeah, all this is still real. This is how hundreds of thousands of people live in modern Mongolia. Now let's talk about the warrior part. You know how in some countries kids grow up on video games and training wheels? In the Mongolian steppe, children learn to ride a horse before they're tall enough to reach the stirrups properly. We're talking 5-year-olds riding in real races, not cute pony circles. Long-distance races over rough terrain, sometimes 10, 20, 30 kilometers or more. They are literally called child jockeys. During Nadam, Mongolia's biggest national festival, horse racing is one of the 3 manly sports, known as Aryan Gurvan Nadam: wrestling, horse racing, and archery. These sports come straight from the days of Genghis Khan and his armies. Nadam is not a cosplay village fair. This is serious. These are the living skills of people whose ancestors conquered half the known world on horseback. Wrestling? There's a whole insane ritual. Before they wrestle, each fighter does this bird-like dance called the eagle dance. Arms out, moving like a powerful bird about to take flight. They wear tiny, open-chested jackets that show their chests on purpose. Strange? There's a reason. Legend says a woman once disguised herself as a man and beat everyone. After that, the wrestling jacket was redesigned, wide open in the front, to make sure only men were competing. So, yes, their outfit is literally anti-cheating design from hundreds of years ago. There is no weight class, no time limit. Two men face off on the open grass. The goal? Make any part of the opponent's body other than the feet touch the ground. That's it. Arm, back, knee, anything. You lose balance for a split second? It's over. The champion doesn't just get a medal, he gets titles, real titles, from Falcon up to Titan, depending on how many opponents he has defeated. These titles stay with him, like a warrior rank, for life. Now, archery. Forget your Olympic plastic bows. Mongolian traditional bows are short, super powerful composite bows made from horn, wood, sinew. They were battle weapons. Historically, Mongol archers could shoot accurately from a galloping horse, at crazy distances, with terrifying power. Today, in Nadam, you still see archers lined up in traditional clothing, shooting at rows of small leather or wooden targets. They chant, they clap, they have their own unique scoring calls. And here's a twist. Both men and women compete in archery. Some of the best sharpshooters are women. Nadam is sometimes called the 3 games of men, but in the modern era, women have absolutely claimed their space, especially in archery and horse racing. Now let's zoom back to daily life, because Nadam is just a few days a year. The real warrior training is 365 days, 24/7. Imagine this. You live kilometers away from your closest neighbor. Your nearest town might be an hour or more away by dirt road. Snowstorms called zood can suddenly wipe out whole herds. Summer isn't a beach party either. It can get blisteringly hot, windy, dry. There is no calling a handyman. You are the handyman. Stove breaks? You fix it. Animal gets sick? You treat it or ride for hours to find a vet. Roof leaks? You patch it yourself, in the storm, in the dark, in the wind. Children grow up watching this from day one. They help with herding, milking, collecting dung for fuel, cooking, cleaning. By teenager age, many of them can ride, rope, and handle animals like small-scale commanders. Seriously, if you dropped most of us city people into this life, we'd just sit down and cry. And the rules of nature here are brutal. In Mongolia, there's a word, zud. It's a killer winter disaster. Too much snow, too cold, ice covering the ground so animals can't graze, or severe summer drought followed by harsh winter. Animals starve, freeze, collapse. Families can lose half or even all of their livestock in one season. That's like your bank, job, and house all exploding at once. When that happens, nomads sometimes have to move closer to towns, take temporary jobs, or even abandon the nomadic life. This is one of the reasons this lifestyle is slowly disappearing. And that's the painful part. You're watching the last generation that lives this fully traditional way in real time. Yet at the same time, Wi-Fi. I'm not kidding. Mongolia has some surprisingly good mobile coverage, even in remote areas. Solar panels pop up next to gers. You'll see blazing blue sky, horses grazing, and then boom, a satellite dish. Teenagers herd animals all day, then at night they scroll social media on Chinese smartphones while the solar battery charges next to a metal stove. It's this wild mix of 13th century skills and 21st century tech. You might see a herder on horseback wearing a traditional deal. That's the long robe they belt around the waist. And then he casually whips out a smartphone to check the weather. You won't believe the contrast until you see it. And that deal? It's not just a costume, it's engineered for the steppe. The big belt acts like a back support and tool holder. The long skirt part keeps legs warm while riding. Deep pockets inside can hide knives, snuff bottles, and even money. Seriously, that outfit has more storage than some backpacks. Speaking of snuff bottles, they're part of another crazy important tradition, hospitality. Mongolian hospitality is legendary. Out on the steppe, if you see a gyr and you're passing by, you can just go in. You don't need an invitation. You walk in, say hello, and you'll be offered tea, maybe food, and a place to rest. The first thing they'll often hand you is a bowl of milk tea called sute tsai. Salty, milky, sometimes with butter or even fat floating in it. For a first-timer, it's kind of a shock in a bowl. But on the steppe, this drink is pure comfort and calories. Now, huge rule. If someone hands you something with their right hand, the left hand supports the right elbow. That's a sign of respect. You should do the same back. And if you're offered something, like tea or vodka, you don't just flat out refuse. If you can't drink, you at least touch the rim of the bowl or glass to your lips or to your forehead, then hand it back. Total refusal is rude. This is survival culture. You share whatever you have. Vodka, by the way, is a whole ritual. When a bottle is opened, the host may dip a ring finger in it and flick a few drops in the air to the sky and the earth as an offering. Then everyone drinks in turn. Again, right hand, supported by the left. And then there's fermented mare's milk. Arag. Yes, you heard that right. Milk from a mare. Fermented. In summer, families milk their mares, pour the milk into a big skin bag or wooden barrel, and stir it hundreds, even thousands of times a day. The result is a sour, fizzy, low-alcohol drink that Mongolians consider refreshing and full of vitamins. For outsiders, the first taste is like, no way. It's sharp, tangy, not sweet, kind of like a weird yogurt beer hybrid. But for nomads, it's a total symbol of summer life. Guests are expected to drink at least some. Refusing arag? Bad look. Even the way you handle objects has rules. When you pass a knife, always hand it handle first. Never point the blade at someone. Don't touch another person's head without permission. And absolutely don't whistle inside a gear. Whistling is believed to call bad spirits or misfortune. Your car is also treated like a living thing. People might tap it gently, speak respectfully about it before a long trip. The road is dangerous. Every little bit of luck helps. And let's talk animals. Because the bond between Mongolian nomads and their animals is next level. Horses are everything. Historically, Mongol warriors could ride for days, sleeping in the saddle, drinking mare's milk, living entirely from what the horse could carry. Today, horses are still central. Transport, racing, meat, milk. Many herders know each horse individually, not just by color, but by personality. The Mongolian horse is small, tough, and insanely hardy. It can dig through snow to find grass. It can survive where many imported breeds would just give up. Then there are the eagle hunters in western Mongolia, mostly Kazakh ethnic minority, but living within Mongolia's borders. This is straight-up warrior-level teamwork with a literal eagle. They train golden eagles to hunt foxes and other animals. These birds can have a wingspan over 2 meters. Hunters ride with the eagle on their arm, wearing a huge padded glove and a fur coat. In winter, temperatures can drop to -30 or worse, and they're still out there, on mountain cliffs, waiting, watching. They start training these birds when they're young, keep them for years, then eventually release them back into the wild. That level of patience, discipline, and respect for nature is absolutely insane in the best way. And here's the twist. Many of these eagle hunters and nomads now appear on global documentaries, Instagram, YouTube. They're both protectors of ancient skills and stars of modern media, worlds colliding in real time. But everything we're talking about lives under a countdown clock. Climate change is hitting Mongolia hard. Harsher winters, more extreme droughts, unpredictable weather. Traditional grazing routes get disrupted. Grasslands degrade if they're overused. More young people move to Ulaanbaatar, the capital, for school and jobs. Some nomads go semi-nomadic. They keep animals but live closer to towns. Others switch fully to city life. Once a family loses most of its herd in a zood, it's very hard to start again. And every family that gives up the lifestyle is one less warrior of the steppe. So right now, in this exact moment in history, there are kids who can do everything their great-great-grandfathers did. Ride wild distances, track weather by clouds and wind, survive a night storm in the open, while also posting memes and playing mobile games. In one generation, that might be over. Seriously, this isn't a maybe someday situation. It's happening. What makes this life so intense is the mix of strength, discipline, and freedom. Strength, because you literally wrestle with nature every day. Move your herd, fix your gear, endure the cold, handle loss. Discipline, because if you're lazy, you die. If you forget to tie the animals properly, they wander off. If you don't repair your gear before a storm, it collapses. If you misjudge the winter, your herd freezes. Freedom, because there are no fences, no traffic jams, no apartment noise. Just open land, big sky, stars so bright they look fake. You decide where your address is next month. This combination is why people call them the last warriors of the steppe. Not because they go to war, but because every single day is a kind of battle, and every single day they choose to stay. If you visited a Mongolian nomad family tomorrow, here's what would probably happen. You'd be invited into the gyr. Someone would rush to make you tea. Kids might stare at you, then giggle, then ask for selfies. A grandmother could be sitting near the stove, quietly watching everything. A dad or older son might be outside chopping wood or fixing something on a motorbike. You'd be handed a bowl of salty milk tea, maybe some boiled mutton and noodles, maybe dried cheese curds called arul that are so tough you could probably use them as building material. You'd try to chew them, your jaw would scream, but everyone would smile at you, proud. If it's summer, there might be airag in a big barrel and they'll give you a bowl. You pretend not to be scared. You drink. Your face betrays you. Everyone laughs in a nice way. And then, at night, the fire burns low. The wind howls outside. You step out to go to the toilet and suddenly you realize there are no city lights. None. Just black earth, silver stars, and maybe the sound of horses or sheep nearby. Insane silence. Mind-blowing sky. And inside that little round tent, there's a family whose survival depends on knowledge passed down like a war manual for centuries. They can't afford to forget. They can't afford to be weak. But they also watch the same YouTube you do. So the next time you see a video about Genghis Khan and his unstoppable armies, remember, his greatest weapon wasn't just strategy. It was people who knew how to live with the steppe like this. Tough, mobile, disciplined, ready. Their direct descendants are still out there right now, herding in the snow, scrolling on their phones, pouring salty tea for strangers, trying to keep ancient warrior skills alive in a world that's changing faster than any horse can run. And one day, we might look back at them the same way we look at samurai or Vikings. Legendary, distant, gone. For now, they're still here. Living under a sky so huge it makes your problems feel tiny. On a land with no fences, in a life where strength, discipline, and freedom are not Instagram quotes. They're just how you make it to tomorrow.